left.
Right, throwback, if you will.
And, I like Gordon Hayward. I like Derek Favors. Alec Burks has been playing well this season. The big thing that's going to hold them back this season is not having Dante Exum.
Yeah.
Which that was, an injury that happened during a
meaningless game.
FIBA game.
FIBA game. And, it's really unfortunate because that team, I don't know if they would have been able to conjure up the magic the Warriors did back in 2007 against the Mavs. But that's a team that, maybe could have if they were fully healthy. I mean, they've got a really good defense and they've got the young players that can do it. So I think they're the real deal. Yeah, I mean they're going to be a real tough team to handle in a couple years.
I don't think they have enough scoring though to do it this year.
I
what
think
do you think,
Marc?
Marc?
They're a good team. They have a nice young pieces, but missing Dante Exum is huge. He's probably the guy could have went off for 25 or 30. These other guys aren't capable of doing anything like that. Just give me the ball, get out my way. They aren't capable of doing, exactly that. So I say this year, could they be a playoff team? Yes, and they could play tough defense, but the better teams will just wear them out, and they'll just be like, well, you can't score, and they'll wear them out, and eventually, they'll lose. But a guy like Dante Exum would have been an X factor, so. Hopefully, they get him back healthy next year because I think he could be a guy, that could put up a lot of points on the board. I don't think this team is really capable of scoring, at that type of clip, and they're going to need a guy like that. And also, they do draft well, so maybe they can get another guy in the draft. So, we'll just see what happens.
Well, with the Jazz, in my opinion, I love the backcourt and the law firm of Burke and Burks, especially off the bench. Trey Burke and Alec Burks together, as the backcourt. Tonight they scored 40 points off the bench tonight, both of them combined. And I know Zach is throwing up the sign, big whoop, but really, when you're down Dante Exum, he's supposed to be a starting point guard, and you allow Alec Burks, who's starting to fill in that role of, okay, he got the $40 million last summer, this is the reason why you're paying him. If you're getting that type of production from those two guys, and you have Gobert, who's a walking pterodactyl, I mean, he's pretty much a huge defender. The one thing they're missing is what Derek Favors has to do. If Derek Favors takes us to the next level, then the Jazz are a completely different team. Favors is one of the most talented players in the NBA, and we'll get to talented players that don't play their potential in a minute. But Favors is so extremely talented. He's the type of guy that can make a lot of things different, but Derek doesn't do it every night. And I think that's holding the Jazz back.
But what's the next level that Derek Favors needs to get to? I mean, I don't think that he's a 24 and 12 a night guy.
I think Derek Favors can be 18 and 10. I really think he can.
He had 17 and 9 tonight. I mean, that's probably
about where he's at.
Exactly. I mean, if he's giving you 18 and 10 a night, you're going to be happy. I mean, Gordon Hayward's their go-to guy.
But in Favors' case, he's only averaging 14 and 9 this year.
Right. Which,
okay, I get what
he could up his scoring maybe 6 points a game, 6 points a game.
You're a power forward. You're a big man. You only shoot 47% from the floor. Okay, you got to put more production on the board. Okay, he had 17 and 9 tonight, but look at the game on Thursday against Denver, 6 points. The game against Portland on Wednesday, 6 points.
His offensive game needs a lot of refinement. I mean, that's on him. He's going to have to do some work. If he ever wants to reach his potential, and he has nice touch. He has actually nice touch around the rim, and he has great hands. But he has to do some work. He has to get in the gym, refine that post game. And if he can do that and maybe add a 15 to 18-foot jump shot, I think he's in business. But he's going to have to do some work to get there.
And that's something he's missing. A guy like Blake Griffin, I've been so impressed with, has developed that consistent mid-range jump shot. If Favors could add that to his repertoire, I mean, you're talking, an 18 and 10 guy easily.
Exactly. And so, I mean, you got to be able to get 18 and 10 because, Gordon, if you could get 18 and 10 out of Favors, consistently every single night, you're going to get that. It's going to make things a little bit easier for Gordon Hayward. His shot's not falling. He's been struggling. He hasn't been the same Gordon Hayward at the start of the season.
No.
But any type of offensive pressure that he could take it off of Gordon Hayward would be better for Gordon Hayward going forward. And let's be honest, Derek Favors has been in the league 5 years. At this point, at 5 years, if you're going to be that guy that's making $80 to $90 million, you got to be able to put the ball in the basket with no problem whatsoever. Favors has an issue with that, and that's why I don't think Derek Favors is on the next level. If he takes it to the next level, the Jazz, with the talent they have, could be a 6 in the Western Conference. They could be a 6 seed in the West if Favors could take it to another level.
I mean, I agree that he does need to pick it up offensively, but some of what he doesn't give you offensively, he makes up for with his defense. I mean, he's a really underrated defender.
Mm-hmm. He is.
So, maybe he's not giving you 20 points, 18, 20 points a night, but he could be saving, 3, 4, 5, 6 points a night, and there you go. There's your 18 to 20 points a night that you want from him.
But at the same time, though, if he gives you extra 4 points a game, if he takes away 6 on defense, that's a plus 10.
Yeah, no, that's fair too.
Yeah, so I'm saying, I think the defense is fine, the rebounding's fine. If he just refines the offensive game and just adds something to the offensive part of the game, it would be to his betterment and the detriment of the team. It would help them go forward. That's all I'm saying. It's just that if he could just give the Jazz a consistent 18 and 10, it would be so much easier that the Jazz have a chance to win. Quick score check. In New York, it seems like Dwayne Casey is starting to lose his mind because Carmelo Anthony stepped out of bounds and the referee did not call it.
Yeah.
And when I mean the referee didn't call it was a blatant Carmelo Anthony out of bounds, travel and everything in between. The Knicks have to foul. The Raptors have to foul, and now they're down by 3 points with 17 seconds. I'm wondering if Dwayne Casey steps anywhere closer to the referee, will he be kicked out of Toronto?
Danny, I thought I seen James Dolan, interject to the referee. I wasn't sure.
I mean,
that was bad.
It was bad. It just looked like Dwayne Casey was doing his best impression of George Jefferson, doing the George Jefferson shuffle, as he's doing that. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to go to the top of the hour. We're going to take a quick break at the top of the hour. After the top of the hour, we're getting in with the Magic section with Zach Oliver, Orlando Pinstripe Post, 407-916-8255, or toll-free 800-729-8255. So we're going to take the next about 12 to 15 minutes after the break, after the top of the hour break, and we're talking everything Orlando Magic. This is Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC here on the new 96.9 The Game, Orlando Sports Leader. We'll check back with you after the break.